Hey, what's up, you guys? I'm with Robert at Locals. We're gonna deck profile. What deck is this?
It's Mask Heroes.
Let's check this out.
Alright, so it's a basic deck list. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, nothing special. So I'm gonna warn you now, if you're expecting some hoorah, you're shit out of luck. Alright, so 3 Shadow Mist. This card honestly is probably the best thing that could happen to Heroes since the existence of Stratos. Now, I'm not saying this is better than Stratos. I would rather have Stratos back, but that's just my opinion. When he's special summoned, you can search out a mass change monster, and when he's sent from the field to the graveyard, or just sent to the graveyard, period, you can grab a mass change quick play, whether that be regular mass change or mass change second. 2 Bubble Man. It sets up necessary acid plays, and I'm not gonna lie, I've actually used his actual effect multiple times. 1 Alias. Originally, when I first started playing the deck, I was actually being bad and playing 3, but it actually was hurting me more than helping me. So I just play the 1. 2 Goblinberg, because you can't get enough special summons. Normal summon, special level 4 from hand, then he goes to defense. So your normal target would be Shadow Mist, but there's times where I go into Bubble Man or Alias and just set up a mass change play or an Exceed play. Double Summoner Monk. I really don't need to explain this card, do I? Alright, triple Reinforcement of the Army. Now, actually, I play triple because I play Goblinberg, and the reason I play Goblinberg is because I could play triple of this instead of playing 10-play Goldfish. 2 Hero Lives. Normally your target would be Shadow Mist, but again, there's times where certain plays need to be done. 3 Mystical Space Typhoons. Again, don't need to explain. Triple Mass Change. This card in this deck is better than Mass Change second. Yeah, there's a lot of plays you could do with Mass Change second, but at the cost of discarding, and sometimes you just can't really afford to discard. So normally you go into Dark Law or Acid with this, so that's pretty much why it's there. My favorite card in the deck, Mass Charge. It adds a hero monster and a change quick play. So you can actually grab your mass heroes that you already summoned through the fusion, put them back in the extra deck. 2 Miracle. This card's generic. Everybody knows what it does, but I'm going to go ahead and say that I've only played this card once in tournament. Like, in the past 3 weeks I've been playing this deck. 2 Dark Hole. And 1 Regeki. Mainly because I have to get stuff off my opponent's board. Now, Regeki's great when you have Dark Law and all their stuff gets banished, but it's just mainly field wipes, so I can go ahead and get in there and do my thing. Soul Charge. Book of Moon. Needs to be banned again. Triple Call to Haunted. Again, Shadow Mist. I got to special it back. Vanities. Because you can't let your opponent go off on you before you can go off on them. 2 Mirror Force. Compulse. And Bottomless. Again, generic, straightforward, nothing special. Alright, on to the extra deck. 3 Dark Law. This card is a Macrocosmos for your opponent, and also if they were to add a card from their deck to their hand except by drawing, you can pick a random card out of their hand and basically banish it, because it says discard it, but since cards that get sent to the graveyard on your opponent's turn, on your opponent's board, get removed from play instead. 1 Koga. He's only there in case my opponent swarms the board, and I can just have a big beater. It gains 500 for each monster my opponent controls. 1 Acid. I only have 1 Acid. If I could play more of this, I would. 1 Elemental Hero, The Shining, because I like to recycle. And 1 Absolute Zero. Blade Armor Ninja and Excalibur, usually used just to put extra damage on the board. This is used to get over tower. I'm not even going to pronounce his name because I'm going to butcher the crap out of it. If your opponent tries to stop your plays when you have this on board, you can pretty much disrupt them. Like, say, Book a Moon, a Goblinberg, or a Shadow Mist. I can Book a Moon their monster instead. Diamond Dyer, Cowboy, Castell, Mindstroke, and Black Ship of Corn. I don't own an Extension Knight, so yes, go ahead and rant on me, say I'm a bad player because I don't have an Extension Knight. It's okay, I understand. My side deck's pretty generic. It's basically all I had. Lightning Prison Mirrors because I have a horrible matchup against the Teller Knights. Stygian Dirge. Normally it was for the Burning Abyss matchup and the Satellar matchup, but it actually comes useful against the randomness, like say Yang Zings for example. 2 Chalice, 2 DD Crow, 1 Spell Shattering Arrow, 1 Warning, 2 Mind Crush, and 2 Chain Disappearances.
Alright, that's the profile. So I know you played at the ARG event recently. And you were using this deck, right?
Yeah, I was using this deck.
How did some of your matchups go just in general?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't do that well, but there was 2 matches that really were probably the best plays that I could do against my opponent. Day 1 of the circuit, of the regional circuit, I played against Mermail. And I ended on my board with a Black Ship of Corn and a face-up Bubble Man with a Mass Change and a Vanity set. He goes to Snatch Steal my Black Ship to try to send my Bubble Man for game. I flip Mass Change, go into Acid, pop his back row. He lets the summon resolve, but then change Abyss Sphere. I chain Vanity, and he just scoops. Day 2, I played against Queefort for the States, and I win game 1 by Snatch Steal. Again, that card just needs to get banned. But in game 2, he ends his board perfect with a Scout, Carrier, Sacrifice, Set card, and says go. I open my hand, and it's basically probably the best hand I can get. So basically, I forced him to scoop by ending my board with a Darklaw Mind Crush after he pays 8 for Sacrifice.
So overall, would you say this deck can compete against BA, Clee, Lacrosse, or does it have a little bit of trouble?
It's competitive. It really is. Now there are times where I'm stuck with bad hands only because I'm playing in pretty much all common deck. If I were to probably, I guess, rare it out and stuff like that, it may draw better. I don't know. I don't know the statistics behind it, but overall it's a fun deck. That's the main reason I play it. It can be competitive, but if you just want something for fun that's cheap, play this. Now you don't have to play Vanities. Yes, they would help, but you could fit some other stuff in.
Alright, I guess that concludes the profile. Remember guys, if you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, leave your comments about what you think of heroes, because there are loads of different ways to build them, so everybody likes different stuff. And subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Thanks again.